What's up, weirdo? Shadetree Surgeon here on the FXR with its newly equipped Electron carburetor, and I want to see if I can do a no-choke start on this thing. Something that was unheard of with the old S&S Super E. Now, normally, even though it's not cold outside, this thing would never start. Even if you let it sit for 15 minutes, it wouldn't start without a choke. Now, it's been 2 days, so let's see. If that ain't proof that the Electron's kicking the Super E's ass, I don't know what is. Day 1 of the coronavirus lockdown on my 30-day suspension from bartending, and motorcycles are still working, so I'm still happy. I'm actually on my way up to MTW to meet up with Flip, Kyle, and Jenna. They're doing a little bit of work to Jenna's XS 650, and I might actually go by the Ride Factory after that and do some work to the Harley. I don't know. All I know is I don't have work, but I do have motorcycles. So I think I'm going to do that. I don't know. When they say don't go to work and you have motorcycles, what do? You do motorcycles. One thing I have noticed about this Electron is, for some reason, engine braking seems to be increased. I'm not sure exactly why that would be, but it definitely feels like I've got more engine braking than I did before. Just kind of a strange observation. I'm not saying that's better or worse. It's just different. Like I said before, the Electron didn't make it fast. It just made it faster. I don't know how I'm gonna tell you guys what the fuel economy is, because it's, I mean, even though it's still slow, it's so much more snappy that I literally can't keep off the throttle right now. So until I get bored of that, I'm not going to be able to give you guys accurate fuel economy readings, unfortunately. Oh, old Flipper back from California.
All right, up here at MTW, looking at a rather familiar sight, an XS 650 half torn apart, except this isn't my chopper, this is Jenna's XS 650. She actually just finished up cleaning the carburetors herself, and we're gonna slap this sucker back together and see if it works. Now, everybody said, hey, coronavirus is happening, there's only one thing that could save the channel, and that's more butts.
Yes.
So you know what to do, Jenna. Flip, shake it. Gotta give the people what they want. Right, girl? Yes, the carbs are back in. Sort of. This is why I started putting Electron carbs on my shit. Even though they're not exactly cheap, they basically are the cut through the Gordian knot of adjusting carburetors. Well, that's an encouraging sign.
No.
Well, we had achieved idle, but we achieved idle up on the lift, so we're not sure if that's where it's going to need to be. So Jenna's going to go ahead and ride this sucker around, and we'll see if we need to turn it down a little bit once it reaches operating temperatures.
Really hesitant going first through second, a little bit on third.
Well, I am by no means an expert, although I do know a little bit about XS 650s, but I'm going to go ahead and see what this thing feels like. Jenna did put AirPods on it, so that might be the culprit. She says it's a little hesitant in first and second. So usually you have to rejet with AirPods, not always, but I'm going to see what this thing feels like and give my very inexpert opinion. And all you guys at home can go ahead and listen to and give your expert YouTube opinion. Yeah, so it's revving fine. Sort of. Then when you try to put any load on it, then it's dying. Well, as I said before, carburetors are not my forte, so unfortunately, we didn't really solve what was going on. We got the carburetors back on, but there's more at play than my expertise can handle right now. First I thought it might be not enough gas, but then Jenna told me it was actually running just fine before with the AirPods. So, I don't know, man. I'm stumped. I think it might actually be an electrical issue or an ignition issue. She was at work and we don't really have the time today to mess with it. So, since we're off for 30 days, we got plenty of time coming up where we do have to mess with it. We'll do it then. Hey, let's see if we can't do some more to the old crusty glide. Alright, I got stuff strewn all over the ride factory right now, but man, I am super excited about these hard clamshell bags. Again, just like with the fairing, I got an absolute steal on them, but more about those in a second. I come up here and all of a sudden I've got a package from Saudi Arabia. I open it up and it says, "This is Sultan from Saudi Arabia, been a fan of your channel, looking forward to Sunday, Wednesday, especially for the FXR content. Keep it weird, hope you like the t-shirts." And check this out, dude. Freaking awesome is this. I'm not normally one to wear Harley Davidson gear, but when it's Saudi Arabian Harley Davidson gear, that's pretty rare stuff, dude. I am so stoked on this. This is super, super, super cool, man. Harley Davidson Saudi Arabia, I can dig that. That'll be the only Harley Davidson shirt I will wear. Before we start the rest of the process of touring this FXR into a touring bike, just a quick reminder that the Ride Factory works on all types of bikes. As you see my man Shelby over here, wrenching on, what is this, a GSXR? GSXR 1000. Yes, you can take your sport bike here, you can take your Metric Cruiser here. The Ride Factory, I promise you, it does it all. So super lucky to grab these bags, and even luckier than grabbing the bags, I was very lucky to grab these brackets, because let me tell you, I grabbed the bags and the brackets for a song. Just these brackets I saw on eBay for $900 just for these two brackets. So I feel pretty good that I've got these in my possession right now.
It wouldn't have been cool if I popped myself in the mouth.
Are you kidding? That would have been amazing.
You said it's not recording.
No, it's recording now. If you next time hit yourself in the mouth, dude. No. The people love excitement.
Get me, let's make this viral.
Brian,
I'm gonna tell you right now, I will literally put a hard rake on the ground somewhere around here just so we can just go whack. That's fine.
See, he knows how to make videos. Who's the YouTuber here, Flip? Okay, Brian or you?
Step on the rake as you're doing this. You're like this.
I kind of love it, dude. All right, here's the deal. So this is the current fender support. If you take that off, there is no fender support. So the problem is this, since it's this fancy little, hold that up, that fancy little divot right there might have to go off on a grinding wheel in order to get this to work. This isn't quite going to work, so let's make a couple modifications. All right. All right, well, it's not pretty, but there'll be a bag in front of it, so. I think that's gonna work just fine. And pull the other side off and do the same thing to that one. Woo! One done. Hell yeah, dude.
I fucking love it, dude. Oh, there we go, man. One step closer to the elusive FXRT, or no, FXRT. One step closer to the Tour Glide.
That was not the most exciting FXR Krusty Glide build series, whatever you want to call this, but I'm pretty stoked about these things. I've got my backpack in here. Let me tell you something. I absolutely hate wearing a backpack on a motorcycle, so I'm very excited about these. One step closer to the Tour Glide. I'll catch you later, dude. Well, usually I do this this ride away from the ride factory and I kind of talk about the modification I did, but right now they're behind me, so you can't really see what's going on. Okay. Think, damn it, Josh, think. Well, obviously didn't see that one coming, but I'm glad no harm done. It also explains the scrape that was already there on top of this fucking thing. Okay. Luckily, I have this bungee cord with me, so hopefully I can actually just get home. Oh, never a dull moment with the FXR. All right, well, hopefully that holds. God. Oh, how silly is this? I guess I'm going to have to get a replacement latch. At least it wasn't the latch that was holding my backpack in. Thank goodness that one. Thank goodness that one's holding. That would have been quite the bummer to spill my backpack and my camera gear all over the highway. Anyway, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by my old saddlebags falling open on the interstate. Always an adventure with the Krusty Glide. So here's to taking it on some actual adventures. Till next time, y'all, keep it weird.